Hello, everybody. We are back after quite the hiatus. It's actually funny. Last time we did one of these, we said, "Oh, don't worry, the hiatuses are over. We're gonna be back doing weekly reviews." Well, that didn't exactly work out due to a variety of reasons, but almost 3 weeks late. But that's okay. We're back with another double coverage of the Legends of Chima TV series, and today we're going to be discussing episode 12, "The Phoenix Has Landed," and episode 13, "A Spark of Hope." And as per usual, I am joined by LJ and Kahi.
And
We don't even
the
get to
votes
introduce
are in.
ourselves.
The midterm elections have ended. And the results are. That's right, by a landslide victory, LJ has won! Yeah!
Uh,
Woo!
you guys are. I don't even know
I'd like
what
to
to
thank
say.
you all. I will bring true and honest change to the recaps of these episodes.
No, you're not going to bring any change. You're going to keep doing as you always have been doing them. That was the point.
Exactly, because everyone liked them.
Okay, so LJ.
So let's begin. Meso, where do we start?
Well, we began with Phoenix Has Landed, and they start off right at Fangar and Layla's wedding.
All
Oh,
right.
real quick, I want to interject here that I've nicknamed this wedding the White Wedding, because
Oh,
I spent
come on.
the last week of from Monday to Monday watching Game of Thrones. 'Cause I hadn't watched it before. My friends were like, "You should totally watch it." Well, I'd watched one episode before, and I was like, "All right, fine, I'll watch it." And in 1 week, I watched 40 hours of video, which is like a full-time job basically. But yeah, I got on this, and right when this happened, of course they have a wedding. Of course, they have a wedding in Chima, which already has like the houses of like tribes of animals. Not only do they have a wedding, but a lot of stuff happens in the wedding that gets the wedding ruined, which is very similar to Game of Thrones. No spoilers.
You know, so
But weddings
let
are
me
terrible.
get this straight. You're saying the Legends of Chima is like Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones for kids.
Exactly.
Dear Matt Newey, maybe I'm not giving the show enough credit.
Maybe not, but alas, begin review. I mean recap,
Alright.
not review. Review comes later.
Okay. Episode. That's a spider on my wall. The Chima tribe's already here to monitor me.
This is who you voted, fans. This is who you wanted to do your reviews.
Oh, a spider!
I'm arachnophobic. Give me a break.
A spider!
Oh, I'm not giving you a break. Who's arachnophobic? How old are you?
I don't want to
Come on,
disclose
man.
that information.
Be a man.
That's classified.
In our like.
Okay, hang on. It's going behind a piece of
misogynistic
paper. It's going behind a
traditional-
Chinese calendar I have on my wall. As soon as it gets behind that calendar, oh, no, it's jumping down. Okay, anyway, as I monitor the situation, episode starts off, we're having a wedding. Laila's angry, but she's captured, and Sir Fangar is a little pissed off that he has a really bright, actually muddy gold suit,
Misogynist was not the right
saying
word
it's not a
to
real
say.
suit.
My
So
apologies.
we don't even wait. We jumping right into the action. The Phoenixes show up, Laval and gang show up, Pajama Squad are here, and we're having an adventure. Antics ensue. It's blazing time is somehow still trying to be something that catches on. Hang on. Die!
I do promise that if I'm ever
I
in
got
a
it.
situation where I have to use medical marijuana, I will say it's blazing time before
Okay, anyway, so
we're
so,
going
like,
in.
like,
This
kill
is I
that-
swear to
that-
you
that
guys.
spider.
I
So
swear to
anyway,
everybody
antics
involved
ensue.
too.
Huge battle. They try and get Lionella. Liella. I got it. I got it right. They try and get Liella. They somewhat kind of sort of succeed. They make a huge mess of the entire thing. Jokes are slung around. It's blazing time. Still trying to be a catchphrase that gets caught on.
It seems like the writers
Wait,
had a lot of
wait a
fun.
second. No, it's not. Blazing time is not used in this part. It's only with It's
No,
only
it's
like
used.
no, it's not. They're all over at the other place.
right.
Like the Phoenix place hasn't even left yet. It's still there at the like where it's supposed to be. This is only
no.
Laval and Krager and Eris
No,
and some other
It
people.
was there. It was there. Meso.
They were not. The plane was not there.
Yeah,
They did the thing where
Kai's right. The plane was landed. That's where Flinks and Fluminox were. They were inside the temple.
right, remember? Because he's like, "Oh, I can't believe my friend betrayed me,"
What?
and he's like,
What am
"Don't
I
worry,
remembering
Daddy,
then?
You're
I will
remembering the
avenge you."
second part of the episode where they flew into the gorge and they spammed it everywhere.
Right.
Okay. So anyway, no blazing time.
They did the AT
Rescue.
and
They get
episode.
Liella. They
They
throw
have
everyone
they have
off the top. What?
they have many wedding puns.
Many wedding
They have a
puns.
lot of wedding.
It seems like they
Yeah.
were having a lot of fun with that scene.
Yeah, so a lot of wedding puns. Seem like they had a lot of fun. They get Liella. Everything's peachy. Everyone gets back to base. Liella's caught up to speed. They talk about Panthar. We're just gonna call him that. And we
That's his
see
name.
Panthar. Do we see Panthar?
We do see Panvar.
Okay. He is in the Outlands doing Panthar things, talking to a mysterious someone. Oh, is he? We'll find out later. Dang it! Anyway.
He was talking to the plants.
Yeah.
No, not-
Was he talking to the plants?
Yeah,
Really?
he was not talking to Shadowwind.
Okay, whatever. So anyway, we see him. He's doing his own thing, being lonely. Cut back to everyone else. And both sides are scrambling together to get everything back in order. I think at this point, Flinks is trying to console Fluminox because Fluminox is sad that all this stuff has happened, and Flinks is like, "Don't worry, Dad. I'll help out. I'll be a big super phoenix and get my super big wings."
Moron.
Yep. He runs off. Lo and
Kids are
behold,
dumb.
gets captured in the
Sometimes.
dumbest way possible. All the ice tribes capture him. They send him plummeting to the bottom of the gorge of all places, aka the perpetual back of the bus for this show.
The gorge seems to get like smaller and smaller with each season. Like
Every
before, it's like
time
the
you see-
bottomless gorge, and then it's like, oh, there is a bottom in the second season, but it's pretty far down. And now he just kind of flies like, I got wings, work wings, and they don't work, and he just plummets.
So he gets super cold and he gets trapped. Everyone goes after him as soon as they catch Liella up. They go in the super plane. It's blazing time! Oh, gosh dang it. Who thought that was a good idea? He's from Colorado, I bet. Oh, that reminded me Envy's gone. So anyway, they fly in. They go down into the gorge. Morons. To try and get flanks, and then all the ice tribes just start piling on a bunch of rocks and dirt and ice and gunk.
Very efficiently, I may add.
Yeah, they end up
It's a good plan.
trapping them there, and all hope seems lost. That's the long and short of the episode.
Yeah, and then it ends with the appearance. Now-
Of Uncle Laverdis, aka
Yeah.
Shadowwind. He's back.
To LJ's
Dang
great
it.
chagrin for some reason.
I know. Okay, I'll get into this in a moment. Let's finish a recap of the next episode.
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
So they're all at the bottom of this gorge, and they're like, well, beans, we're stuck at the bottom of this gorge, and there's no way out. Oh, hey, Shadowwind, you're here. Or am I? Yes, you're here. That is going to be a recurring theme throughout this entire episode, by the way. Or is it? It is. So, antics ensue. They all catch up. They talk. It's explained how Laverdis escaped, and the characters of the show come to the realization that everything is Laval's fault for the second time, which is beautiful. I'm very glad that happened.
He's
Meanwhile, we
incompetent.
see... What now?
He's very incompetent.
I know. Meanwhile, we see that the ice tribes are freezing over all of Chima except for the Outlands and all the tribes because the legend beasts are keeping all the tribes warm and defrosted with their
Except for the
fire breath
beavers.
that they magically
Sucks
have.
to be you, beavers. Like, they show the
Except for the beavers, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, all the bear like breathes fire and the crocodile's like protecting, and you just see the beavers like getting mowed down.
Fix it.
It's very
Like, I
brutal.
made the comment to Meso because we were watching it in sync. It's like, you don't have a legend beast, suckers!
Yeah, that's
Fix it!
They don't have a legend beast, and it just screws them over. They're just
I
done.
loved it so much. So, that's happening. Meanwhile, back in the gorge, we find out that Laverdis has a golden chi for every single person in that gorge at that time. So, Heartfelt
thinks that-
moment. They put the chi down, of course, in a smiley face pattern, because why not? And they're going to raise the roof. Or are we? Yes, you are. So they use the golden chi to make all these huge pillars come up and lift the roof of ice to get out. Right as we have some of the ice dudes walking on top of it. Heartfelt moment. They do that. They get back in the ship and they fly out. And all seems all well and good. They go back to Mount Kavora to find everything frozen. Not Mount Kavora, I mean all the rest of Chima, like I just said. Except for the tribes. They're like, what are we going to do? This is impossible. Oh, yeah, more heartfelt moments in the ship, by the way. And by heartfelt, I mean Lavertus, who is being heartfelt. Or am I? All the characters started doing that, by the way. Laval, Krager, and nobody else, because
And
I didn't
LJ.
need all characters.
And
No less annoying when LJ does it.
Or is it?
Yes.
So anyway, that happens, and it borders between getting on your nerves and making you laugh hysterically. So they get back to Mount Kavora. They land the ship. Wait, what?
This is pretty much just getting on my nerves. But go on.
Yeah. So get to Mount Kavora, explain everything. They see a huge glowing light. Oh wait, they come to the realization they need to get all the harnesses, the wing harnesses, in order to cause another illumination. And that makes me think I really want the show to end a certain way. So another illumination, but the map got all burned up, and by burned up, I mean it's now charcoal all over Tormak, Pantar. So they see a huge bright light in the Outlands, and we see that it's Pantar glowing and suddenly cheeing up all of a sudden and having a weird pattern on his forehead, and that's where it ends.
Yeah. Bit of an interesting trivia fact, which I pointed out to LJ while we were watching. Way back for the initial product descriptions, for the Chima Ultra builds, for the Panthar one, he had a product description that said one of his play features was awesome head decoration. Because he's the only one of them with a printed headpiece, and everybody laughed at that and was like, oh, that's not a play feature, that's pretty dumb. But story relevance. Yay.
I guess so.
Just a funny fact in hindsight.
Well, can I ask something that's been bugging me this entire time? And
Okay.
it bugged me from the moment I started watching these episodes. Still bugging me now. Did they ever say how they found Lyella? And where the wedding was going to be at?
No.
No. So they just happened to find her.
Yeah, I noticed they skipped like a lot of planning that they would normally have a whole episode devoted to, and they
Well,
just
the big
leave.
thing about it. All right, let's basically step back for a moment and think about this. Tormak basically made a worthless sacrifice because he could have literally done nothing, and his daughter would have still been saved. Like all that stuff he did, trying to to get. I guess he did it for his daughter, and don't get me wrong, it's one of the best episodes I've seen of Chima so far. I loved the writing and everything in it. I'm glad that episode happened, but in the grand scheme of things, Tormak, doing the thing of the map, did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it just
For
got
getting
himself
Lyella
screwed
back.
over.
It didn't even get some small bit of information that they could have used to finally find Lyella. It's just a thing that if he had just done nothing, they eventually found her. I don't know why he didn't use whatever method they used to find her.
You're right.
By the way, spoilers for anyone who hasn't watched Game of Thrones, but I totally heard someone yell "Rob" as soon as the flame animals started attacking. It's a reference that's going to go over so many people's heads, but I enjoyed it because Game of Thrones. So y'all can go have your own reservations about what happens. But I like the White Wedding. I liked how that turned out. There's a lot of good puns in it, and a lot of good Star Wars references. Not a lot, just one basically. It's that the one where they keep going around the mammoths, like the what is it, the AT-ATs?
Yeah.
In Star Wars, is that what they're called?
Yep.
All right.
Nice call out. Oh yeah, and then the one mammoth, the brother, got his time to
Oh, he
shine.
finally got his time to shine, and he got knocked off. He's like, now it's my turn to bring the hurting. Like he's been waiting all season for this.
You gotta
gets
say it
knocked
with the
off.
Scottish accent. And now it's my. And I can't do a Scottish
Okay,
accent.
that one dude that voices like everybody. He
I
voices
swear.
Laval's
Oh.
father and the mammoth and Crominus and Lavertus. That dude's
It's Nolan North.
talented.
It's not- Dude, I so, there's a part of me that really wants to voice act for this show. Because I think I could do so many of the voices.
You could replace Laval. You fit like that kind of like whiny person that
Exactly!
nobody can
I could
identify
totally.
with.
No, I will
You
be
totally-
Laval's long lost brother.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, he's talking in his like young teenager voice, and I'm like, hey, bro, how's it going, yo?
Will you kill him and will you take over as protagonist?
Maybe I will. Wait, did you say protag? Oh, wait. Oh, I thought you said antagonist.
Although he may as well be.
Yeah.
No, he is
But
kind of
no,
the
I-
cause for all the antagonists. He's like the worst
That'd be awesome.
antagonist.
I could
And,
totally do it, though, too. It'd be perfect.
Unintentional antagonist, I
Yeah.
guess.
Let's see. Okay.
Other
What did
than
you
that-
think about other stuff? Like, okay,
Uh,
I have a question.
I mean-
I know you went
okay.
missing for season 2.
Right.
You weren't in any of the season 2 coverages, but there were only 6. Did you ever go back and watch the episodes?
no.
So this was your first experience with Lavertus.
My first experience with Lavertus outside of that one episode, I did see one episode of season 2. The first coverage we did of
Oh,
season 2. I was there for that. I think he when I first met him, I described him as a properly gray character. I don't think he turned out to be properly gray. I think he's
No.
fully good character.
he wasn't entirely. He did some stuff, but it wasn't. He was under influence of the mind control plant, so it's just
Okay.
whatever. He's
All
basically
right, well-
insane.
Yeah, the idea, I guess, with Lavertus, his catchphrase is a little interesting.
He's
but-
basically crazy.
What interests
is
me the
it?
most is the golden chi, because that was interesting. I didn't know that it had pillar growing powers.
Yeah, that was like
Hey,
its first.
Golden Cheek can create anything.
I
That's
guess
all
it
it ever
can
did.
create anything. I just I accept that. It's just
No,
that
no.
whenever they used to create the tracks, it just created a track. So I didn't know if they just. I don't know why they didn't just create something better than pillars.
Dude, they were earthbending.
With golden chi.
Yeah.
Also, there was a weird correlation between you had the push, like you had to like somehow channel your energy inside the golden chi, even though they never do that whenever they create a track. What was
Yeah.
with that?
I think it was just the phoenixes skewing everything, and because it was so
Stupid
many of them
phoenixes.
trying to do
Well, I
so
mean,
many things at
the
once.
Phoenixes, I get that they're more powerful, and the power that they exert is more than the normal characters. So that's why their pillars rose faster. I accept that. I just don't know whenever they make like a speed or track, they just put the golden chi down and it creates a track. You don't need to like focus into it. So I don't know why they couldn't do it now.
That is an interesting point.
But maybe there's a story Bible reason or something.
Maybe.
That is a plot hole. I think the big thing right now is the Lyella plot hole. I still don't know how that was resolved. Or I still don't know why Tormak didn't try to use whatever they resolved to do it himself. I don't know how they found out where she was or when to rescue her.
They probably just flew around and eventually found her. Because it was on top of a mountain.
Should have totally done. I guess
Uh,
it's also a thing where like I get it's a kids show. I accept this, so I'm not gonna like make some obvious other disclaimers here. But why can't Lyella just say I'm not going to marry you? Like as a kids show, I don't I think obviously enough Sir Fangor just wants her as like a queen for like appearance's sake, right? Because this again, it's a kid show, right?
Yep.
Why can't she just say I'm not gonna marry you, and he's gonna be like, well, this kind of sucks. I'm gonna keep you in a prison, like I have been doing for this entire time until you marry me, and possibly give your friends more time, to find you. Like if he goes through the wedding. He does the whole wedding thing, and he brings her out, and she's like, they say, "Oh, can you say your vows?" He's like, "I'm not saying anything." Sir Fangar's just kind of screwed. Like he can't actually do anything to her, right?
Right.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know what like the point of marrying her. Like it's just not like he wants her to do something for him and just like trying to torture her. He just wants her to marry him, which seems like a interesting goal to have for your prisoner if she isn't going to gain you anything in the long run. Marriage is difficult already. It's more difficult with both people hating each other.
God, he would know.
It is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I know. My first 2 marriages failed terribly.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Okay. Aljo, what do you think of the episodes?
First episode wasn't bad. The marriage puns were actually very well thought out and funny. And I was expecting them to like they go through with the wedding and it's like what is it? Speak now or forever hold your peace, and then they cheesily come in and go blam 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 blam. We object or something like that.
They should have totally done that.
No, I'm glad they didn't do that. I'm glad they didn't stick to some norm and just did their own thing, just got right into the action. I'm happy about that.
They did so many other puns. They could have just thrown that one in.
Yeah, I'm just glad that they didn't. So glad they did that. The episode was witty, it's funny. Flinks is an idiot. I don't understand why anybody keeps him around, and he should get frozen permanently.
Well, you say that, but we still keep you around.
I'm sorry, who got outvoted? That's what I thought. So I thought that was really cool.
I'm just saying.
So that was nice. Second episode was also really good. And like I said, stinking Lavertis. I don't know whether to laugh my Kanohi mask off or cry because it just did it so often. However, one thing I felt that was very sly and slick is like Laval, he started mocking Lavertis. And Lavertis was like, "Oh, is Lila your girlfriend?" Naval, he walks off and he's like, "No, she isn't." Or is she? Dang.
No, really, are you? I have no idea. You're giving me so much mixed signals
that line was a lot cooler than the character deserved.
Yeah. That was a good. I did think that was a pretty smooth line. He was like, "Oh, what? No, she's not."
That's too smooth a line for Laval.
Right. He was like, kind of like, it was a nice move. I wish Tormek had been there. He'd be like, wait, what? What is this new development now?
Yeah.
But, he's doing Panther stuff. So.
And so that was kind of funny. But something I want to touch on is they want to cause another Illumination. Let's think back and remember what the last Illumination did. Last Illumination caused the Chi. It broke Mount Kavara up, turned everybody into animals, created the Gorge, created everything, screwed everything up, threw the balance of life into whack. And now they want another one. Now, granted, that's because it was only a partial one. Think about what a full one would do. What I want them to do is
it would give the beavers the legend beast. That's what it would do.
You know what I want them to do, though? I totally want them to do another Illumination. But what the Illumination does is set everything back. It soaks up the Chi. It fixes the Gorge. Mount Kavora goes back. Everyone that's on Mount Kavora goes shooting up into space. But everyone else has all the Chi sucked out of them. So they return to normal animals. And the entire story is set to normal.
That would be a pretty interesting ending.
And everything is, except there's only one legend beast left, and it's the gorilla legend beast. And he turns he loses all his hair and becomes a Neanderthal. And then I think that'd be
a little bit controversial.
There we go. It would be so controversial. But hey, okay, maybe he doesn't become a Neanderthal. He becomes Adam, because that's a lot better. Or he
That's
becomes the
just as
first man.
controversial.
He becomes that who's the guy at the Muslim creation theory? He becomes
Still
that guy.
controversial.
So anyway, yes. Go on, LJ.
No,
I mean,
that's about it. I want them to do that. That'd be really funny.
You've
Can I
yet.
say
It
some
would
spoiler
set
stuff?
just such a perfect balance back to the world.
Spoiler stuff. What are you
Well, I
talking?
mean, quote unquote spoiler stuff. It's sets that haven't been released yet.
Oh, okay.
We know that, again, spoilers. If you're one of those people who are are really
It's a fan but
aware.
doesn't follow leaks, which I would imagine doesn't.
I imagine a lot of these people are. I mean, again, I just went through Game of Thrones, so I understand spoilers. They're very important. But basically, in the sets that we have seen, the set leaks, we see that all of the main cast get fire wings. Presumably, they're going to find. I mean, they already alluded to the fact that they're going to find these fire harnesses, but they're all going to become phoenixes in their own special way and become the Illumination partners. How many people do they need to do an illumination? They say
8.
12? 8.
8. Oh no, yeah,
Alright.
you're right. We have the Phoenix, Flinks, and then the 6 main people.
6. Alright, let's list the 6. There's
Laval,
Krager,
Krager,
Laval.
Ares, Juarez, Gorzon, and the Raven. And then the bears are frozen and or asleep. And maybe the Rhino. Maybe the
Yeah,
father
maybe
will die
Rogan.
and the Rhino will take his place.
Yeah, kill them all. I mean,
I mean, Rogan could take somebody's place, but I mean, the beavers just need a legend beast. I don't know any other tribe in Chima that doesn't have, like, an actual tribe that doesn't have a legend beast. I know there's like the skunk, Skinnet, and the peacock, Don de Lelouch, which is like the weirdest name
whoosh.
because it doesn't start with a P.
The
I don't know.
whoosh.
Why doesn't his name start with a P, Messer? Why?
I don't know.
Everybody else has this naming thing except for
That's
Don
because
de
everyone
Lelouch.
knows those birds are called whooshes.
So why is his name Don Dela? Instead of like Don Layla?
Oh, those birds. They're called dawns. Do you know why they're called dawns? Because at every sunrise, aka dawn, they reveal their bright, colorful feathers.
LJ, it's not
For the
Don,
day.
it's Dom. Dom de
Yeah,
la
Dawn de la whoosh.
I told you guys, he's still an idiot, and we still keep
See,
him
they
around.
start at dawn, and
I
then
got
it becomes day,
LJ, I got
and their
it.
feathers make the sound la whoosh.
I got it.
I apologize in advance. This is what you voted, fans. This is what you decided to bring.
Okay. So, LJ, what do you think about Lavertus being alive?
Lavertus. Okay, here's my thing with Lavertus being alive. I don't mind him
not.
being alive. He's a funny character. He adds hilarity and antics. But I really want this show to contain some sort of integrity. Just a little itsy titsy bitsy kitsy kitty cat bit.
Krager's parents died.
A little
Oh,
bit of
no, they did.
integrity. And I just you gain integrity by killing everyone near.
Again, Game of Thrones. I'm just saying.
But it's just please. Just you could have left him dead.
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
It would be one thing if it was a character that died. If it was like, I don't know, Jala from Mask of Light. If it was a case like that, I would agree with you. But he was never dead. He got rocks fell around him while he was holding golden chi in his hand. There was no way he was ever dead.
I mean, like I said, I'm not saying they couldn't have brought him back to life. I'm just saying they shouldn't have brought him back to life.
As far as I know, he never died. He got buried with 3 golden chi in his hand. Like, I never
guess they
I
did
never
kinda
saw
leave it
that scene.
open-ended,
I never saw that scene
but
as him dying. There was no way he died, knowing what we know about the world.
You know what?
The only reason people ever thought he was dead, and truth be told, I don't think the characters thought he was dead because they weren't shocked to see him, is just because they're idiots. And they don't realize that you can do all crazy stuff with Golden Chi, even though they've seen it a billion times. Um, so no, I don't think it was bringing someone back. I think it was just he was.
Here's my thing. You know what? Headcanon time.
Uh,
We all believe that Laval died, right?
oh yeah, Zombie Laval. Yes, I remember
Yeah,
this
Zombie
theory.
Laval. I believe that Lavertus died, and the Golden Chi became sentient and brought him back to life.
Zombie Lavertus. Okay.
So now, all we need to do is kill the father. In fact, no, the father is also dead. He froze to death.
Okay, so my thoughts. Well, these episodes are pretty good. That's it. The end. I'm liking where the plot's going. I
Yay.
liked the subtle touch, not really subtle, it's kind of important, of them doing a time skip while they were down there. They didn't really specify how long it had been, but evidently quite a while. And everything's basically doomed. I like how the Ice Tribes, when they did the raid on the base, we were questioning, oh, well, that seems like the end. Where are they going to go from here? But they're just right back at it full strength come the next episodes, almost like nothing ever happened to them. All is well with their world, and that makes them very interesting antagonists. So I think where we're at right now, I would say we're probably more than halfway done with the season, but that depends on if it's getting a summer wave in 2015 or not. We will have to see. I think this search for the harnesses will be the last act, personally, in Chima. We will see if it gets renewed for a fourth year or not. But we are in the end game.
I like where this series has been, or where it's heading now. But at the same time, I also get that Bionicle's coming back.
Yeah,
And that's like the story series for Lego. Like,
perhaps when Chima's gone, Bionicle will fill that void of a TV show. Maybe that's why they're
I
biding their
hope so.
time with short.
Maybe they're biding their time and seeing how these shorts do or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'd like to see some sort of thing for Bionicle, but I like where Chima has been and where it's going so far. Like my like for this series has grown immensely since if you listen to any of the early coverages.
oh yeah, we were
They're
harsh.
much more negative, yeah, than they are right now.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it has seen legit positive growth.
it has seen a lot of growth and like a lot of development for the show that it is.
Yeah,
I'm gonna miss breaking Lego of Thrones.
indeed, breaking Lego of
Breaking
Thrones.
Lego of Thrones.
Truly, the epic saga.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is
Wait,
interesting that Liella is kind of like the only eligible. Not what's the thing for Bachelor? Like, what's the girl version of Bachelor? Bachelorette.
Yeah,
She's like the only like. Apparently, Liella is like the cause of so much drama in the Chima world. As soon as she comes, Laval's already like going for her surf hangars, like crazy over her dad betrays the entire safety of the world for her, and like she's kind of like the Helen in a way of this large battle of Troy, in which Ares has been there for I don't know how long, and nobody's paid any attention to her.
Well, of course, because she's dumb.
Oh, well, I guess except for that one rhino that had a thing for her.
Oh yeah, that ended quickly.
yeah.
That was never resolved, was it? Like
It was never resolved.
No.
didn't her parents were like totally okay with her just going on a trip with her new boyfriend, just kind of because, and then the trip happened and nothing came of it. So
To my knowledge, the plot thread was dropped.
And
maybe Ares can get together with the Forever Alone leopard. That guy is like, if I had to really pick like the person I feel the most sorry for in Chima. I forget Cragger's parents or like any of the stuff in it. It's that dude.
The forever
The Forever Alone leopard man. He's like, there's a whole city full of tigers. He's like, were there any girl leopards? No. No. All right. Okay.
Gosh dang, there's something I was gonna say, a comparison between Liella. Gosh dang, I totally forgot. Darn.
Oh well, it'll come to you. Oh yeah, and the leopard even gave this big speech about how we should just follow our orders. Look what happened to Tormac.
I
Yeah,
remember.
he's like, yeah, Tormac totally screwed up, guys. Let's not do that.
I totally remember now. All right. What's his name? Tormac. He is the Lego version of the guy Liam Neeson plays in the Taken movies. Like, think about it. If he was voiced by Liam Neeson,
yeah.
that would be how the Chima story is going to go. Liella gets captured. He phones up Sir Fangor. Hello, Sir Fangor speaking. I will find you. Wait, no.
I have a
certain
particular set of skills.
And when I find you,
Just go through tunnels and find you.
kill you. Kick.
And Sir Fangor's like, good luck.
Who was that? Back to the wedding.
Oh man.
So,
Yep.
I mean, Sir Fangor is like, it is telling that, who's it? That, what's his name again?
Huh?
Panther?
No, yeah, what's his real Tormac.
Yes.
It's interesting that Tormac became Panther right before Marvel announced their Black Panther solo movie. So, coincidence? I think probably so. But you know, that's maybe we'll see a Phoenix movie coming out of Fox sometime soon.
Perhaps.
Or like a Hawkman movie. Or
Maybe.
Lion
Or another X-Men movie.
Tigra movie.
Lols. Okay.
Or another Wolverine movie.
I think we may as well end there.
Yeah.
So,
The
Thank you.
Rhino. The Rhino appearing in the Spider-Man.
Okay, we're done.
solo.
That's all.
thank you all very much for watching this exciting double coverage of the Legends of Chima TV series. We're going to try to keep these consistent to the best of our ability. If that ends up happening, we'll have another one in just a couple days. What are you mumbling, Kai?
No, I said exciting is kind of overselling it, but
It's
okay,
exciting.
Yeah, exciting coverages. I'm not saying the episodes aren't exciting. I say we are not as exciting.
We're fine.
Now that LJ has to do the recaps, not as much anymore.
Well,
Excuse me.
Kids are dumb.
Do you want to have another vote?
recount. I demand a recount.
What do you mean, like another vote?
See you all
We're
next,
done here.
not next week, see you all in a few days for the next coverage of the Legends of Chima TV series. Goodbye, and we will see you then.